there was a Sutter Home bottle. Like, get it together, man.
Come on, just that.
People are fucking miserable, you know.
I think airport bottles should not be sold. They should. If that's going to be the thing, that's the thing. Like, they shouldn't be sold at stores because that's all people are doing, are down in those. And if you're going to drink something and throw it out the window, own it. Be a glass bottle. Freaking own that.
Before this show starts, I would like to say, make sure you talk closely to the microphone, because I've been listening to the recent podcasts and you're pretty good. Lube couldn't get it. But like, I am always up on the microphone and I'm loud.
Yeah.
But me too. I always make a point.
I
do. I always make a point to get nice and close.
For the Pokemon?
As ready as I can think.
Oh, I gotta. What do we do here? I gotta do my thing. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo podcast, Webisode 759. The Stuffle podcast, the Go Nintendo podcast, is a part of the Greenlit Podcast Network at greenlitpodcast.com.
Where?
I go through all the trouble of telling him not to do anything in the beginning, and then you do it.
Where?
Jeez. greenlitpodcast.com. Thanks, Mom Brain. Good to have you back.
Is it Greenlit Podcast singular or podcast?
No, that's why I say podcasts.
Holy
well, that last time it sounded like you just said podcast.
GREENLIT.
Does the Greenlit
PODCASTS keep on the last S for savings?
For so many listeners.
Or keep it off. That's what they say, right? Keep off the last S for saving, because mattress has 2 S's.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. But
is this a local only commercial?
Does the Greenlit Podcast Network have a podcast of just what's new on the Greenlit Podcast Network podcasts?
No, but that is an idea to pitch to them. That's a good idea.
Cowabunga, dude.
Guys, it just occurred to me today for the first time.
This is not going to be enough water for me.
That it is Shamrock Shake season.
Well, before we get into that very important announcement, Mom Brain, you want to tell us about Stuffle, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We still do that.
Stuffle.
We are doing it.
Despite its adorable appearance.
Take this job and stuffle it.
You know, we just listened to that song on my way to work.
Take this podcast.
Well, that's not what I meant. Podcast.
You know what? Will you just stay in your lane? I did not do
what
that.
a lane.
Go ahead, Mom Brain. Mom Brain is in charge of the soundboard today, but that was me. Yes.
Despite its adorable appearance, when Stuffle gets angry and flails about, its arms and legs could knock a pro wrestler sprawling. It's a foot tall and change. It's 15 pounds. Its category is flailing. And its abilities include klutz and
be careful, Kirby. It's a trap.
Fluffy.
What?
For Kirby just got here. Hello, Kirby. For a second, I thought you were being serious. Go ahead.
I mean, that's it. That's all I've got.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
You know, you're welcome.
You missed Pokemon.
I have spoken.
Mom Brain Juan is very excited to talk about Shamrock Shakes, I guess. So.
Well, I mean, it's Shamrock Shake season.
Yay. Yeah, Shamrock Shakes. And
oh my God.
Pick the cat up off the table.
wait, when did what's his name? What's its name? Dunkin' Donuts has matcha green.
I'm sorry, what?
Matcha.
Dunkin'.
Just
Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
Thank
No.
you.
Well, some of them still say donuts.
Well, they're wrong. It's just Dunkin'.
That's not possible.
But so Dunkin' has matcha green tea lattes. Matcha green tea, yeah, lattes for the season 2. I had one. I wasn't angry with it. I mean, I used to get them from like Starbucks
Was it
or
like really
whatever,
sweet?
Really top
only
notch
at the
review.
Starbucks at the Barnes and Noble. But they're good.
Kyle
whatever, you know,
says-
I'm pretty easy with that stuff.
I
but
had a Shamrock Shake once, and then I vomited.
Bless me, bagpipes.
You know they don't taste like shamrocks, though.
Hello, Kyle.
I don't know. I've never
and
tasted a
8-Bit
Shamrock.
Lego.
They don't make them with real shamrocks.
Giant Reggie.
might.
Sewer Link.
Right? The whole Shamrock Shake thing is a big sham.
By the way, this is 8-Bit Lego's first live show, so I'm sure
Welcome.
this will crap out today. Did I? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what's causing the live stream to crap out. Last week we were good.
Too much
week,
moving.
all of the music for the trivia section has been downloaded beforehand. Mom Brain's laptop is not on the internet. We're also trying to decide if it's too much movement on the camera.
Gosh, this cat, what is he up to?
He's up to
So,
cat
but last
shenanigans.
week, Lube was here, so Lube probably.
Jesus Christ.
Shut the door.
Please shut the door. I don't need.
Just shut the door.
I've had enough panic attacks this week already.
So Lube probably broke whatever was breaking the live stream.
What a,
See you later, on me.
that is,
Yeah,
I
okay,
mean,
guys.
that is Lube's MO.
You guys, it's up to
So it's up to Josh
Up to us.
Grobot to run the show.
Oh, Mom
Josh
Brain.
Grobot,
It's-
what's in the news?
Mom Brain, I was going to ask.
Sorry, I wasn't
Oh
listening.
man, how is he ever going to run this podcast if he doesn't listen?
So when does Shamrock season officially start? Like when do they actually start serving them?
I don't know. I really am not
We should,
100% sure.
Did I say Shamrock season? I meant Shamrock Shake season.
I know what you mean.
Hi, Dre Gamer.
We
Hi,
should,
Ridley Surya.
look into it.
No, I like
I'll
Shamrock
get to that.
season better. It's Shamrock season.
You know what else is happening this Shamrock season? Celtic Women is going to be at NJ Pack.
What?
Oh my God, really?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
You
Could
gotta
you
go.
imagine if
Not
we
the
met
band, just
them?
a bunch of Celtic women.
Yeah, I got to be honest though. I would love to see it, but if that one fiddler lady is not involved, I'm not as
The
excited.
one that squats and stuff,
Yeah.
real low. with
I'll
her-
only go
with
if
her
they
fiddle?
do the song about the Duelamon.
Yeah.
That's a crowd favorite. They have to do that.
Wait, what is that
I can't imagine.
It's I had to look this up. It's actually a song about collecting seaweed to feed your starving family.
Duelemon, digital monsters, Duelemon are the champion. Yes, you're right, Sewer Link. It is ShamWow season. So yes, live stream. We will try our best. We're still trying to figure out what causes the issue. There's other things I want to try, but last week went well. Hopefully this week too.
Wait, why do I have my hood on?
First things first. We have a Do Michaels apology, or I have one. I guess we all do.
Wait, he apologized?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No.
Whoa,
What was
hold
I
on.
thinking?
Hold on. We're still in Shamrock news. Shamrock Shake returned Wednesday, I guess February 19th.
Okay.
No, that was I don't know when that was.
It was the 19th.
There's a new Oreo Shamrock McFlurry.
Delicious.
I don't know.
Tasty.
I'm not against it, but
Eh.
It's the 50th.
as long as they got we have to stop being like that, all of us. As long as the original is still there, I'm okay with other weird stuff that they want to do. Because I was thinking about this, we were at a friend's house and Ghostbusters was on TV, the original Ghostbusters.
the movie.
Yes, and I was thinking about how angry people were with the most recent one.
Wait, oh yeah.
But I've never seen it. Whatever.
I haven't.
But
either.
people
I've
are like,
seen
it
clips.
ruins the original, blah blah. And I'm like, we
No,
have
the original
to
still
stop
exists.
doing that. Yes, the original still
Yes,
exists.
this and the only time that it's fair to make that criticism is when it comes to Star Wars, because you can't watch those movies unless you've got them on VHS.
Yes,
But
it is very hard
I just
to
wanna
see
say,
the actual original,
this
the
is the
original
50th
theatrical
year.
release.
Of Shamrock Shakes. 50. So we should probably get
How many lives they have claimed across
Do you think you
those
could
years.
drink 50 Shamrock Shakes
This
in
guy
the
could.
50th year?
This guy
Yeah,
definitely
you could house them all.
I mean, not in one sitting. Let's be realistic.
I think you could.
Like in a day? Like 2 an hour?
As long as you're sitting on the toilet.
Clear
yeah.
my schedule.
Yeah,
No,
when we say sitting,
the next
we mean
couple
sitting on
weeks.
the toilet.
Clear my bowels.
I just did that.
All right. Back to what I was saying before surprisingly Nikki Hill interrupted.
Wait,
No
it
one
was an important
cares about
interruption.
me.
We have a
And it's not it's a Shamrock Shake McFlurry with Oreo in it. It's not
we
just
got it.
Shamrock Shake is still there for
So
We
it's an
got it,
Oreo
yes.
McFlurry with mint.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I won't be wasting Shamrock
You know
Shake
what?
season.
You know what's really upsetting? I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago.
Tell us,
there was
please.
supposed to be all these Shamrock Shake concoctions or whatever. It was like
You're gonna
chocolate.
conventions.
They're
Okay.
But the
Is Nikki Hill okay?
Why? Why are you asking it?
No, I'm just we're really like,
Off
But-
the rails. Yeah, I know. I really want to say this
but
Stu Michaels
no,
thing.
but last year or 2 years ago,
That was a really great story.
Josh, let me finish.
That story was
you were supposed to
boring
be
and
able to
dumb.
get Shamrock shakes that had like layers. There was like a chocolate and a Shamrock shake, or chocolate and mint, or a vanilla and mint, and then they made a straw that had 2 separate holes so that you would drink from 2 different layers and get 2 different flavors at the same time, which would probably just taste like mud. But like, I went to the store to get one and they weren't even offering them in my area. What the heck is
In
that
my
about?
area.
Hi, Ella Wolf.
Hurry up already.
I was already done, Mario.
Do Michaels has been listening to the old episodes of the podcast. I believe he's working backwards. Like he
What?
listens to the new episode, but he says, which is a compliment to all of us, it's not enough. He needs more. So he listens to old episodes too. So he's working backwards. Hello, Cumulative and Ella Wolf. Did I say Ella Wolf?
Not enough what? I'll give you more. What does he want more?
So he had said, and I remember this discussion where I was talking about how all of our friends have a Switch, but I did not mention Do Michaels for some reason. And I know he has a Switch and he had one at the time and he was very offended. So I said, Do Michaels, I will apologize to you. So I apologize.
Sorry, were we
right
talking
now.
about people like just here or everyone that we
No,
know? that
no,
has a
like
Switch?
I remembered rattling off a whole bunch of names of friends and I just never named Do. So I'm making up for that. And also now I must be having a brain fart. All right, let me a fart of the brain.
Your brain farted.
My brain fart. When we went to the DS launch,
Dang.
who came with us?
Oh, don't make me do this.
Mom Brain, you
The
were there.
DS?
Yeah,
I was
the DS.
there.
Which
there-
was the DS? Was the DS the one at Best Buy?
I went to the 3DS launch with you guys.
3DS was Best Buy in New York City.
Best
Yes.
Buy.
Where was DS launch?
Peaburg Mall.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna
dang.
say John the Savage,
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
Mhm.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
Stranger.
I might have been there for the DSi launch too, but
Did Nintendo come with us?
Okay, so we're all in agreement here. I don't remember Doom Michaels being there, and he said he came. I don't agree with that. remember us going with
somewhere there are
Perkins.
photos
wait, how can
of
you
us.
not agree with that if you
Yeah,
don't
like on
remember?
Facebook somewhere, maybe.
Perkins. Now it's an IHOP.
We went to whatever it was, Perkins. Yeah, and we were using the Picto chat and all that stuff. I don't remember Doom Michaels being there, right?
Hmm.
He says he was, but he might be remembering the DSi or something like that. Yeah,
It's possible.
it's possible. But I vividly remember using Picto chat while waiting for
Lube
breakfast.
was Lube.
No, Lube wouldn't do that. Lube's not a portable guy. Lube only plays one portable game, and that is LOL.
Yeah.
So I do apologize for forgetting you on the Switch thing, but I think you might be wrong on the DS thing.
Well, really, there's Nikki Hill's right. There's pictures somewhere of us like at the
Yes.
table at Perkins.
No,
I think.
I really, really remember
So
that
we'd
day, and
have
I
to-
do not remember him being there.
We'll have to look back.
Moving
It's gonna
on,
be tough to search through these, but I'm up for it.
are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you want me to use my?
If you could,
should we
please.
just
Oh
do-
yeah, don't you have
No, I don't.
Oh God.
Man, that scared me.
I don't have unlimited. Anything.
Moving on, Josh. I hear you have something to say.
Sure, whatever.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind.
I am the world's best singer.
You're the world's best singer.
What? Is that
Do you have a performance
La,
for us?
la, la,
he
la,
doesn't?
la.
Does he?
I don't know. Josh, if you want to perform, go right ahead.
That's not a song.
Oh my God!
was
Whoa.
beautiful.
I'm sorry. What song was that?
Josh, can I hear that again, please?
Gosh, that's beautiful.
Man, he really nails that. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Wait, what's the name of the?
Very cool.
That's very cool.
What's the name of the little man in the Red Lodge or whatever it is on Twin Peaks?
The man from another place.
Yeah, thank you.
Ridley
That's
says
what it
it sounds
reminds me
like
of.
Popeye. Josh, could you, could you give it to us one more time, please? That is a milk bubble in the middle there, man.
Are you okay?
I like
Josh?
that it starts off with him just saying like, "Oh yeah."
Hi, Freddie Fro. Freddie Fro says that sounds like me after a couple of Shamrock shakes. Giant Reggie says, "Wow, great job, Josh. Very cool. Very cool."
A big hello to my fans.
Oh, he's got all kinds of new stuff.
Oh, thanks, Josh. That was beautiful. I have to admit. I'll take it one more, Josh, if you want to do it. This could be your key to a record label. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Angel Boy.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when his new single is going to come out because I don't know how many times I can hear this one.
It's at least a week to think up a new single. Oh man, that is good. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it.
I really didn't know that Josh could sing.
Well, now you do.
I am the world's best singer.
We've heard the evidence. There's no denying it. Also, moving on, because we like to talk about stuff that's not related to Nintendo at the beginning of Show My Brain, you and I had a bit of an adventure at Burger King once again. Yes.
Was there a problem with the fresh cooked food?
Mom Rain's going to say, I don't remember. And then I'm going to say soda machine. And then she's going to go.
Oh my God. Oh
go.
my God. It was
I appreciate it. And
so
Ipser says, hello,
bad.
Mom Brain.
Oh, hi, Ipsters. It's been a while.
Ipser says, I haven't listened to the Go Nintendo podcast in 5 years, but he's back. And can we have a song to welcome him? Josh, do you have anything?
Sure, whatever.
Oh, man. All right. Burger King story. Holy crap. Oh, man. So we're at Burger King. Oh, I'm crying.
Are you okay?
I'm crying. We're at Burger
Are
King.
both of you okay?
We are ordering our food. And when we got there, that guy and his kid were at the soda machine, right?
Like when we walked in the front door, yeah.
So, guy, a dad and his son at the soda machine. How old's the kid? 8, 9.
Yeah.
They're standing at the soda machine getting a drink. That's fine. We go through our order. Somebody else is ahead of us. We're there for a long time. We place our order. We get the receipt. We got our number. Guy's still at the soda machine.
Mhm.
We're like, all right. We get our food. We go find a table. Guy is still at the soda machine. Hello, PC.
And I'm like just a couple days home, a day home. I'm like from my trip and I'm like tired and I'm hungry.
And you're
like
used to racing, so it's like get out of the way,
Right,
dude.
exactly. I was in Florida, so like I'm used to a little bit slower service, but still, like I just want to sit down and eat. You know, like I just want to move on with my life.
So we're looking at these two at the machine, and Mom Brain's like, "Go get in line," because there wasn't a line; it was just those two at the time. But I was like, I don't want to like stand behind them and just like sit there, but I do want to see what's going on. So I walked over, and I'm like getting napkins and ketchup and stuff, and I'm watching this guy, and the kid's like can barely reach the machine. It's a touchscreen soda machine.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, the dad's like, come on, stand up. And he's like, the kid's on his tippy toes picking the soda. So the kid picks a soda. And then I finally understand what's going on here. The kid picks a soda. The dad hits the button to dispense the soda, but he hits it like really quickly. Like, psh, that's
you have
it.
to hold it.
Not if you're doing what this guy's doing. He's giving his son a cup. The cup, he fills the cup a little bit, gives the kid the cup. And the kid's like,
Oh,
I don't like it, Daddy.
Yeah, they're sampling the drinks.
And he's like, oh, okay. Dumps it down the thing. And he's like, pick another one. Boop. I don't like it, Daddy. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This went on for like, what, 10 minutes, I think?
At least 10 minutes.
And then I don't know what he eventually found. But
was the kid actually saying, I don't like it, Daddy?
I don't like it. He said, I don't like it. Daddy, I want something different. Something along those lines. I don't know if he officially confirmed I don't like it, Daddy, into one sentence, but all this, I don't like it. And at that point, there was a line forming behind this guy. People waiting to get their soda because there's only one machine. But I'm glad that kid finally got a drink that he liked. And then after that, I was
After 10 minutes.
I was getting my drink, and someone was killing a cat, I think.
Well, we couldn't figure out what the noise was. It was like it was like what our cat sounds like when he's really upset
I'm
at the
standing
vet.
at the soda machine, finally filling my drink, and I hear this. I hear it once, and I'm like, all right. Again, and I'm like, what's going on? It happens for a third time, and I look
Meow.
I look over to the counter, and one of the employees is looking right back at me. So he's like, what is that noise? Are you doing it? And I'm like, I don't know what it is. No explanation. We have no idea what it was.
Oh,
I
okay.
was thinking
I thought you were going
maybe-
to say it was the kid.
No, I was thinking
Getting
maybe it's
stepped
like
on or
the drive-through window. Maybe when it opens and closes, it's like
Oh, okay.
"Ah!" And that might have been it.
Which Burger King was this?
Hello,
Somerville.
Carter. Somerville.
Oh, at the shopping center.
the one.
The circle.
Yeah, the one in your neck of the
Yep.
woods. Yeah, it was. It was a very weird day at Burger King. That's been happening to us lately. So that's our Burger King story. All right, let's do some news.
Well, I can tell you in March, I don't want to navigate away from this. March of 2011, with the 3DS launch,
Like I put the emphasis on 2000. March on 2011.
JTS,
Well, he has to
you,
pronounce
Mom
everything
Brain,
wrong.
Kirby, and I were there for the 3DS.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, see, that's so weird. It. We have a picture in the chat. It
Oh, is it
did the
buffering?
exact same. What is going on?
What, did you go closer? Maybe you need a new camera.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the computer. It's the only thing you haven't changed here
Maybe
is the
it's
computer.
you.
But it worked last week. That's what I'm saying. As
At
long
this point, it working is a fluke.
sounds like
That is not correct.
the show's good. It's just I made a mistake of leaning forward. I can only turn like this.
Well, I don't have
Um,
a photo of me for the DS launch, only the 3DS.
Yeah, I don't remember do there. I really don't.
Here's the problem. Nintendo has released way too many systems.
Tell them to stop.
Yikes.
All right, let's do some Nintendo news. Can I get
Yeah.
my news, Mom Brain?
I just have to find it.
Excuse me. It's the news. This is the news.
I like it. Looks like we got a couple of singers on this show.
It's so stupid.
I don't think it was stupid. I think it was great. This is a really cool story.
It's time for the news.
My favorite kind of story. Nintendo, maker of video games, they
And,
have obviously not
And
made
Love Hotels.
made the Game Boy in a very and Love Hotels, yes, made the Game Boy in a very long time. But there was a 95-year-old grandmother.
That was a really great story.
Thanks, Josh, who loves playing Tetris on the Game Boy, the original Tetris.
Did you know
Yes,
you can
sir.
play Tetris for free on
Thank you,
Tetris.com?
Josh.
Maybe I looked it up on GoNintendo.com.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you read a story earlier in the week, then yes, you're gonna think this sounds familiar. But the Game Boy crapped out, and her 70-year-old daughter was trying to find her a replacement and couldn't find a new old stock Game Boy.
Wait, her daughter is 70?
She is 95, her daughter's 70.
So she had her when she was 15.
I mean,
Or wait. I'm sorry, I'm probably. How old was she? If she was 90? Okay.
the mom is 95, the daughter is 70.
Yeah, so 25, sorry.
Yes.
Still too young.
So
Too
she
soon.
couldn't find one, and they also tried to get the Game Boy repaired, and apparently they didn't have the parts needed to repair it. They just couldn't do it.
I'm
So-
sorry, I can't get over how bad my math is. Oh my god.
The daughter
terrible.
was like, "Hey, mom! Oh, that's
That
great,
is
Giant
not
Reggie."
correct.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
The mom was, or the daughter was like, "Hey, mom, why don't you try writing to Nintendo and see if they can help you out?" So the mom did. She sent Nintendo a letter saying, "I play Tetris on the Game Boy. I play it all the time. I tried to get my Game Boy fixed and I couldn't. Is there anything you guys can do?" And Nintendo responded a week later and said, "We don't have replacement parts for the Game Boy or anything like that,
yeah, I kind of
but
assumed
we
they
can go
would.
back into our warehouse." And they sent her a brand new old stock Game Boy.
What? That's amazing.
And
It was the one that's been in the Nintendo New York store, the one that's
The
melted.
Gulf War one. Yeah.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Nana.
Don't. She went by Jeff. Her nickname was Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Grandma Jeff.
So yes, she got her new Game Boy or her new old Game Boy and continued to play Tetris, which is great. Unfortunately, this is an old story that just surfaced now.
Oh,
So she passed away at the age of 99, but that's a long run.
Yeah.
And she got another 4 years out of that Game Boy, so that's
she,
great.
she cleared the board.
Oh yeah, she boom Tetris for Nana all the time. She so it's just a very cool story. I really like hearing that kind of stuff. Nintendo often will go way out of their way to help out their fans in certain circumstances. Obviously, here They're not going to be like, hey, Nana, buy the Switch. You can play Tetris on there. They're going to be like, all right, we got some old Game Boys laying around. Let's go get her one and send it her way. So
And they gave it to her for free.
thanks. Very cute. Yeah, they did. I mean,
Old Game
They're
Boys
not
or
lo-
old DSs?
Game Boy.
Just making sure.
Man, Nikki Hill, Game Boy, said it a million times. Yeah, they're not making money off Game Boys anymore. Like, they're not selling them anywhere. So they just got stock. Why not? use
How
them?
about, hey Nintendo, my Game Boy Micro broke.
I mean, you could try them. I don't know.
I just did. Right?
Oh,
they
this is-
listen to this.
This is
right?
you asking them now.
I'm not asking for anything, really. I'm just,
You're just
telling
telling
them
them
that it broke.
your Game Boy Micro.
I really enjoyed playing all of my favorite GBA games on that.
Lanquin says she can get Gunpei Yokoi to fix her Game Boys in the afterlife now. Yes, she can. That poor man too. Jeez. Gunpei Yokoi, his last creation was the Virtual Boy, which didn't go over well, and then he was struck by a car and passed away. Selkar says, man, Nintendo once again has heart. They could easily send it back to her, but they instead gave her a new one. Nintendo may be corporate, but when they say they want people to smile, they're damn serious at it. I mean, it is very
Cool.
it is very heartwarming to see that Nintendo will go out of their way to do stuff like that. Like someone
That was a really great story.
in the chain of command was like, yeah, we'll go to the warehouse, we'll get her an old one, it'll be good, all that. So that's cool. Yo Schiller made this a
I'm
top
sorry,
story.
did Jeff tell her about
He did.
Tetris?
No, Schiller made this a top story, so I guess I will tell you this. Kirby, you should appreciate it. Samurai Jack Battle Through Time was announced for Switch, a brand new Samurai Jack game. And it combines the storylines that you saw in the original series and the new series that appeared on Adult Swim. It is coming to Switch this summer. I believe this is the first new Samurai Jack game in something like 11 years, or something like that. Did you watch the new series?
No, I didn't even really watch much of the old series either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow. I take it back then. I
So,
retract my statement.
I know
Kirby,
you-
you
you
might
think
really
I'm
be
a-
interested in this thing that you have no interest in.
Kirby,
Yeah, like-
you might be interested in this because you know what Samurai Jack is.
I do know what Samurai Jack is. I saw a couple episodes. I don't know why I never really like got into it that much, but I don't know. It's a it's a cool looking show.
I haven't finished the new series. I watched the original series all the way through. The first episode in the original run is unbelievable. Like that should be an Emmy award-winning episode. Maybe it won an Emmy. I don't know, but just the visuals, the way the story is told with so little dialogue, it's an amazing episode. It really,
that's
really,
what
really
I
is
liked
good.
about. That's what I liked the most about the few episodes that I saw is that it's mostly visual.
And at my understanding is what's his name, Phil Lamar. He
Oh,
voiced
yeah,
Samurai
he's the
Jack.
voice of
He's
Samurai
returning
Jack.
for this game, is my understanding. Man, hello, Solid Master Link. I cannot believe that Phil Lamar does that voice. I only found out that like when the
really?
new series was coming around. I had no idea. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't know it because if you think about it, their voices you can tell by listening. But yeah, that really surprised me. Thanks 8-bit Lego. I'm sorry your internet is having trouble. But thanks for stopping by. It was your first live show. And if you get your internet fixed, we'll be here next week. Guy Bones says the graphics remind me a little bit of the old GameCube Cartoon Network games, but reading the title still made me excited. Hope it turns out well. Yeah, licensed games, it's always a mixed bag. Who the hell knows how it's going to go? But I'm sure adults,
Amazing.
Who the hell knows?
I'm sure Adult Swim Games is going to at least try to do a good job with it. Sewerlink says toddler is ready for a nap. I got to go. Glad to see everybody. Goodbye, Sewerlink.
Oh, so wait, the most recent series that was actually on Adult Swim and not Cartoon Network.
Yeah, because it was not censored as far as violence goes.
Oh, okay, was it that violent?
It was pretty graphic. Yeah,
Okay.
as far as blood goes, yes. Well, I mean, trying to remember, like the original show maybe had like at one point a little dribble of blood coming out of somebody's mouth, but not like
Yeah.
the new show. The new show is pretty graphic. Or the new season, whatever you want to call it. We have some new insight into Nintendo's crackdown on leakers. Nintendo has been going really hard on finding out who's leaking content.
Leaker's gonna leak. Leaker's gonna leak.
Tim and Eric. And a new feature came out to talk about just how hard they're going after these people.
I'm sorry, I thought you said gleekers.
Gleekers, yeah.
There's people just spitting all over everybody.
No.
Nintendo is sending out like cease and desists, and they're working hand in hand with the FBI
What's wrong with you?
to track down people. And they're looking to make legal examples of these people more so than they ever have. So lots of notorious leakers have now stated that they are leakers, notorious
Just
leakers.
Like the term of a leaker, like
I'm a convicted leaker.
yeah, right. Like they're in prison, and they're like, "What are you in for?" Yeah, I'm a leaker.
All right, how about this? What are you in for? I stole.
I'm a digital
Intellectual
pirate.
property.
Yeah, I stole internal documents and sales information on upcoming technical releases.
Yeah,
I have.
because when you say I'm a leaker, it just sounds like you pee your pants too much.
Well, they take you to prison for that too.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
I only if it's too much though. A little bit you can get away.
If it
with.
I don't want
runs
to
down
be
your
here.
leg.
Why do you think parents work so hard to get their kids to stop peeing their
So they
pants?
don't end
Because
up
when
in
they're
jail.
adults, they could go to jail for it. Yeah. Hi, Steel Diver. It's
No son of mine is going to grow up to become a leaker.
My son's in jail for pissing his pants. So
You
yeah,
know, there's parents that like tell their kids that, like, if you pee your pants, that policeman over there is gonna take you to jail.
so they see him out in public and they're
Yeah.
like, and then they start peeing their pants. So the people that stole the information and spread it out on the internet have said that they are some notorious people who do that stuff have said they're not doing it anymore because Nintendo has contacted them directly, or Nintendo's lawyers have contacted them and said, listen, knock it off or you're going to be in big trouble. So rather than, going into financial ruin or potentially serving jail time for peeing their pants, they're deciding to stop putting that information out there. So
probably for the
leaks
best.
about upcoming Nintendo content are going to be a lot less frequent than they have been in recent years.
Wow! Incredible!
Jumpman FR says, I mean, the problem is not in the simple fact they leak info, but rather the way they get that info. The methods used in this present case don't seem very orthodox. Yes, we do. One of the stories here in particular talks about a guy who signed up for Nintendo's like development portal and got all the things that he needed to get in there, and then signed an NDA and got inside information about the Wii U and the 3DS and decided to just distribute that on the internet anyway and break NDA. And Nintendo was like, hey, don't do that. And he was like, okay, I won't do it. And then he did it again anyway. And then Nintendo and the FBI were like, hey, don't do that. And he's like, okay, I won't do it. And and then he said,
Can't let you do that.
and then he leaked Switch information, and then he got in big trouble. So yeah, things are
Let's have a little fun.
things are gonna go quiet for a little bit. I need you to remember that Dad Groan is in there.
I refuse to use it.
It's right here. It's this one.
I'm not using it.
Oh god.
Wow, that was a great bait and switch.
That's great. That's great. We don't get to hear that one often anyway. All right,
Dang
moving
it.
on. What are we at?
Or what was the we did the other day about baby locked in doors? Ugh.
I mean, the groan is great. Listen, if you're not going to do the duties of the soundboard, I'm going to have to take it away from you.
Fine,
Dad Groan.
take it.
Dad Groan needs to be at least 60% of the soundboard.
Disgusting.
Moving on. Platinum has revealed Project GG. Kirby, Nikki Hill.
Oh, I know what this is.
Have you watched the trailer for Project
Oh,
GG?
there's already
I
a trailer
have
for
not.
it.
There is a teaser trailer. Yes.
I was gonna say, just judging by the name, I thought it was a grandma simulator.
So this is
It's like a management thing. Like you have to manage the kids.
No. This is
grandkids.
the third of
Play your
3
Tetris online.
titles from Hideki Kamiya in his superhero series, I think he calls it. So
I don't see a link here for a trailer.
this was before the trailer existed.
So is the trailer a major story or a top story?
I don't think I would also make the trailer a top story.
Oh, no.
It might be.
No. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not on your Wi-Fi.
So one of them included the Wonderful 101, and so the first one was Beautiful Joe, superhero.
Oh, right.
The second one was Wonderful 101, superheroes, and his third one is Project GG, about some character who can grow really big, and he's fighting like some kind of monster. So it's like an Ultraman. He does that, right?
He does.
So,
So does Ant-Man.
Yes, I was also thinking Ant-Man. So it's kind of like that. But the end of the trailer says Project GG is a go-go.
Oh,
Is it Henshin a go-go?
So I don't know if
all
Beautiful
together.
Joe is going to be involved in some sort of way, or if they're just saying because it's a tie-in to the superhero franchise that it's a go-go and he's making a nod to Beautiful Joe. But just the fact that it says it's a go-go, and I know Project GG go-go, I don't know. I obviously is a go-go is a throwback to Beautiful Joe. I can say that for a fact, but I don't know that Beautiful Joe is actually going to have any ties to this game.
Well, I know a common theme when going to a go-go is people tend to grow to
Henshin a grow, baby.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down.
That's what they play at the clubs now, yeah? Nope.
what the hell?
Listen, it's on our side of the table.
It's on your side. Where were you on that one? Listen,
Hi, Raw.
here's a question then. So, are they just regular superheroes? Because Beautiful Joe, he wasn't really a superhero. He was an actor, right? That all took place in movies.
Why
I
would you
don't
say
remember.
that?
I don't remember either. Obviously, there was some cinematic aspect to that game, yes, because you got the like celluloid whatever crap running throughout the whole thing.
Didn't he have the power to slow down time?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a superpower?
Yeah, but I thought he was. I mean, you can slow down time in the edit.
I'm pretty sure, and especially because it's part of the superhero trilogy, that he was a superhero.
Well,
he might have
here's my
also
question.
been an actor,
Maybe
but
they all take place in a cinematic world of some sort.
That's what Roth said. He said probably takes place in the same universe. That could certainly be true.
Right.
I don't care what it is, as long as there's some ties to Beautiful Joe, I'm happy.
Should I watch this now? It's 1minute and 40 seconds, or should I just wait and I'll watch it on my own time?
I would tell you to wait, but you probably watch it anyway. So
No,
do
I'll
whatever
wait
you
if
want.
you tell me to.
Do they?
You want to wait? I'm gonna watch it.
Do they don't reference Beautiful Joe at all in Wonderful 101, do they?
I can't say like overtly. No, I don't remember anything.
Were there any like Easter
I
eggs? or
don't
anything?
remember if there were any Easter eggs.
Okay. I'm just
Something in
curious.
my head is sticking out, but that might just be me.
Yeah, but the thing about Easter eggs is they're usually hidden.
That's true. We have
That's
a
why
rim
I
shot
wanna-
on that soundboard.
No, that's not a joke. I'm just trying to drop a little bit of like intelligence
Oh, we know
here.
it's HG Mule
Yeah.
says, I want all the best for Platinum. I really do. I'm 95 hours into Astral Chain and still loving it. That being said,
95
the fact
hours.
that they are staking so much on a spiritual successor to games that are notorious for selling poorly worries me. I don't think they sell poorly. I think that's the incorrect statement to make. Well, let's look at it like this. The Wonderful 101 sold poorly because of Wii U mostly, I would say, but also the game is hard to explain. But look at the Wonderful 101 Remastered. The Kickstarter has been an enormous success. So the idea came about at a time where people were willing to check it out and on platforms that they want to play it on. So yeah, the Kickstarter's at like 1.75 million now. So it's a success.
Solid
The
Master
game.
Link.
Is fun.
And Beautiful Joe must have been a success because they made a sequel and a spin-off.
They made a lot of games that weren't really necessarily successes, and they kept making games.
Well,
because
that's
they're
the
in
thing.
it for the game.
I don't want to say that they weren't successful.
No,
I
they were
want to say
successful
that
for them.
Yeah, like
But-
grand scale successes.
So
Yes,
Solid
certainly.
Master Link said that Beautiful Joe was sucked into the movie.
There you go.
Oh,
But does
that's
that
what it
still
was.
did his powers work outside of the movie
No, because he was the regular guy with like the blue shirt, right?
until he was Henshin?
Not even close.
Or did he like come out of the movie and then he did like his pose and everything and turned into Beautiful Joe?
And
Did he gain his powers from the
and
movie?
he said,
and did
"Henshin a go, baby."
they last outside of the movie?
This is too much. I can't do this this chat stream because everybody's got valid points and I want to mention them and I can't.
Doesn't anyone care what I think?
Josh,
what do you
what
think,
do you
Josh?
think? He makes
The
good
world's
How did you
best
make him
singer.
make that noise?
I don't know what he's singing. What are you talking about?
How did you make him sing?
I don't do that. He's a person.
He's a robot. Like somebody had to build
He's
him
autonomous.
and program him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking
He
about,
showed up
I'm
on my
talking about how
Wait, what do you
robots.
He showed up
mean?
on my doorstep one day.
Okay, whatever.
So wait, nobody knows his real name?
And I said, "You could live here." And he said, "Thanks. Very cute."
Very cute.
You can
Believe it.
We have some sad news. Kazuhisa Hashimoto, who is it's a name you might not know, but he's done something you certainly do know. He was the creator of the Konami code.
Oh, well, right. I read about this.
He has passed away. Yeah, obviously the most famous video game code ever. There's no
Absolutely.
other code that's as famous as that. And that code was used in so many other Konami games, and so many other games in general just use that code because of this one. And it's still used in games today. And not just games. It's used on websites. It's used on apps. It's used in toys. There's a toy out there that if you play the button input on the buttons that are on the toy, it plays a little special jingle and video game noises.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, I remember there was that Adventure Time game, and if you like put in the Konami code during on the title screen, you got the secret screen.
I do remember that as well. I'm trying to think of what websites there are, but there's plenty of websites. I believe Google has one. Just regular old Google does something if you put in that code. So yeah, the code's on shirts. It's on
there's
all kinds of stuff for
It's
it.
I mean,
kind
like,
of a shame, right?
Name like any other code.
Hi Kirby Volt. Yeah,
the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I should have specified. I meant like video game codes.
But like
like a universal code that works in all the or
Isn't it
works in
kind
so
of-
many games. I can't think of
it's
anything.
a shame. It's kind of like, I don't know if you know like the idea where like the plumber is
The
is
plumber.
the guy with leaky pipes at home, or like the air conditioner technician is the guy that doesn't have AC in his house, and unfortunately he just didn't use the Konami code, or else he would have had 99 lives.
Gee, it sure is boring around
It gives you
here.
30 lives.
That's it.
Yeah.
What gives
I mean,
you
that's a
99
lot.
lives?
I don't know what time it is to do the ad spot, which would be a great. I'm going to do it in a second, but first.
By the way,
I'll
I'm
say
not
this-
trying to like make light of the fact that he passed. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's great. It's great.
Yeah,
It's not like he's here to hear it, is he?
Very respectful.
He might be here.
Giddy says, "When did he die? If today, I am genuinely going to effing hate my birthday." Aw.
It's not today, though. He didn't die today.
Hot damn today.
No,
well,
that
this
was
was
the-
on the 26th.
Well, rest in peace.
Really, Saria says, "I keep looking to the right to check on the gimp." He sits in the ghost chair. All right. Before we move on, we do have our partner podcast plugs to play. But Nikki Hill's reaching across the table again to play something.
From your grave.
You said when it's not on the side of the table that you're on, you can't do it. Now you have to follow your own rule. Mom, Brain, can we please have our plugs, please? Please, please, please.
Hey, do you enjoy your commute but want to make it a little worse?
It's real dumb. We hate ourselves.
Hey guys, you ever like something? Well, you won't in this case.
Men like that. A podcast.
In this quarter on the Greenlit Podcast Network, Chris Sims and Matt Wilson. And in this quarter, VHS oddities, confusing animation, and modern not-so-classics.
Plus snacks. Movie fighters.
We watch movies and beat them up.
Thank you, Mom Brain. I appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Moving on.
I have spoken.
In China, the Switch is available through a partnership from Nintendo and Tencent. And apparently, people in China are not very happy with how the Switch has been handled. It's been in China for roughly 2 months now, and they have released a total of. Can I get a drum roll, please? Okay. They've released a total of 1 game. Thank you. One.
Hey, what happened?
But what game was it?
1 game. New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. So
Really?
technically 2 games in one.
Wait a minute.
Why that
Nintendo?
one?
Nintendo of China, I guess.
No, I'm going to say this again. Tencent.
Oh, that's the company that's
Nintendo
working
partner
with
with
them.
Tencent is handling the Switch in China, but obviously Nintendo has some say
Sounds
over
like
what
they're-
software releases when.
Sounds like they're fumbling the Switch in China.
So yeah, people aren't happy, and they've taken to what is this thing? There's a complaint collection service in China that takes people's complaints.
But all the complaints go in the box, and it goes down a chute right into an incinerator.
Yeah, right.
And their number one complaint so far is the phrase Tencent Nintendo Switch false advertisement, because people aren't happy that there aren't more games, because obviously there's a ton of games for the Switch, but somehow one is only available in
Sounds to me
physically, I should say.
like Nintendo needs to switch their partner on this.
Oh, and also on top of that, people aren't happy that in China, if you go into eShop, the only region you're allowed to visit is the Chinese eShop. So obviously here and in other parts of the world, when you go into eShop, as long as you make an account, you can go into European eShop and the Japanese eShop and get whatever you want. I do that quite often. And then also on top of that, they have when they're playing online, they can only play online with people in China. They don't have worldwide online play. So people are very unhappy about it. What's going to change? Well, there will be more games eventually, but the other stuff, I don't know if that's going to change.
It's almost like people living in China have very limited options when it comes to, their existence.
Unbelievable, says. And oddly enough, here we are complaining about no general Nintendo Directs. Kind of makes you grateful for what you do have in retrospect. I can't imagine living in a reality where only Nintendo game available is the most tepid entry in a tepid sub-franchise.
But are the games so the Switch is still region free, right? They can get other regions. You already talked about this.
Here we go. But it's been a couple weeks, but he's back. Yes,
No,
I
I'm trying to
literally
follow
said
through all these
the
things.
only region they can access the eShop for is the Chinese region.
Why?
Because
talk about
China's
that?
very restrictive with
right.
that stuff. Yeah, this is not a
well,
Nintendo
I mean that makes
decision.
sense too. Yeah, there's a lot of censorship. And
Yeah.
stuff. So
I'm surprised these people actually are allowed to complain about something. They aren't just
I
thrown
kind
in
of
prison.
agree with what Nikki Hill's saying. There's a service that takes the complaints and then just deletes them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happens.
no, that's what's heating.
Or it's just literally a public venue thing to get your complaints out there, but nothing ever comes of it.
And then
They
those
don't-
There's a
people are
window.
labeled as political agitators or
There's
something.
a window, and Ziggy walks up and says, "I wish I were taller."
PC says, I guess they need to start having friends mail them more games to enjoy. That is true, but that might be a little bit cumbersome. It is very nice to be able to go on the eShop and just say, I want a game from this region. I
But
want a
here's
game
the
from that
question.
region. And
Here's the
there's
other question: are any of these other games localized, for language and everything? Did you already talk about that? Are these
Well, we've
games
already said a few times now that the only physical game is Mario.
right,
But on the eShop, there are a few other selections. Some of them are localized in Chinese.
because
Yes.
that could be something that's holding up releases of other games.
Localization, I mean, when it comes to physical stuff, no. There should be more than one game in 2 months.
somebody
physically.
should have localized these ahead of time.
Well, I
but
mean, I know
maybe they're working
Nintendo
on
has
stuff.
multiple games lined up for release in China, and they're rated for release in China. I just don't know what's going on right now. I honestly don't know. Moving on, Famitsu had a poll about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, which have a expansion pass coming up, and the poll was like, "Hey, Pokemon fans, how many of you are actually going to buy this expansion pass?"
How many are you?
So 900 people took the poll, and of the poll, 88% said they were going to purchase the pass, and another 10% said they were unsure, so they might get it or they might not. So that's 98% of people who are at the very least considering, but again, 88% are definitely getting it. So just 2 people who said they're going to skip it.
I'm impressed.
So yeah, we went from Pokemon Sword and Shield pre-launch where people are like, boycott this game, I'm not playing this game, nobody buy this game, to it breaking records when it came out, and now lots of people saying they want to buy the expansion pack.
Hey, what happened?
Autumnal Blake says, I gave them the benefit of the doubt with the base game and was disappointed. I won't be picking this one up. And I have not even played the base game yet, because I'm not a real Nintendo fan. North America. What do we got in North America this week? We got
Hey, I was waiting.
We got Blood Roots, which is available.
Blood Farts.
Blood Farts is now available. I want to play this game. Also is Animated Jigsaw's collection. Ooh, Mom Brain, that sounds exciting, right?
Sounds nice. It's jigsaws without the mess.
That's right. You know what I hate about jigsaw puzzles? All the room they take up.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, our cat would have a field day with all those pieces.
That is true.
I used to play those jigsaw things on the computer.
Shockwave.com.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You remember going to the college library, or not college library, the computer lab?
Yep,
wow, they
yep,
had computer labs. Do they still have computer labs?
There you go.
buildings
PC
like that?
says I do digital jigsaws at work all the time. There you go. She's still going to shockwave.com, keeping them in business.
Nice.
Arcade Archives versus Mahjong. Avocado. Baron. Fur is gonna fly.
Free
Battle Sloths.
Look it over.
B.A. Walker. Boulder Dash 30th anniversary. Broken Lines. Bucket Night. Depiction. Dual Brain Volume 3. Shapes. Escape First. Farmer Sim 2020.
Ooh.
Frozen Friends. Ganbare Super Strikers. Grizzland. Heaven Dust. Hero Must Die Again. I Am Ball. I Am Ball. Katana Kami, Way of the Samurai Story. Kimono Heroes, but it's Kemono, not kimono.
So it's misspelled.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's Kemono. Kemono. Kingdom Rush Frontiers, Loco Sports, Madoris R, Metro 2033 Redo, and Metro Last Light Redo, or Redux if you'd rather. Mousecraft, MX Nitro Unleashed, No Time to Relax.
Don't relax.
That's what I was saying.
Sorry.
Portal Dogs, you do a great job, Omri. Profane, Puzzles for Toddlers and Kids, Animals, Cars, and more.
Don't relax. We're not done yet.
Sega Ages, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
You're too slow.
Served. Ski Sniper. Skull Rogue. Soul Axiom Rebooted. Spartan Fist. Stab, Stab, Stab. The Adventures of Double O Dilly. The Story Goes On. Tower Inferno. Underhero. Voxelgram. And Wanderlust Travel Stories.
That's a long
Flood
list.
the market. There's way too much stuff.
Guy Bowen says Battle Sloths finally made it. Took long enough. Yeah, that was in the works for a while, and I guess they dropped the whole subtitle about pizza or whatever it was. There's
What?
Yeah, the whole title. I have it written on the site. It's something about pizza. I don't remember. Pizza's still part of the game, but
Did the Battle Sloth eat pizza?
yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Nice.
Mom Brain,
Yes.
the 2020 Pokemon of the Year top 10 results are in. This was compiled by Google. Google did a poll and they said, hey, people, let us know your top 10 Pokemon. Oh, crap. Nintendo did it and he didn't put the list. It's just the video.
Oh, that silly man.
I'm going to have, man, I was so excited to read this top 10.
Maybe it's there's no
dear.
link.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Just keep,
I can tell you who the number one winner was.
okay, here we go.
All right.
Are you ready? Can I have a drum roll, please? Coming in at number 10 is Gengar, followed by Gardevoir, Rayquaza, Garchomp, Sylveon, Umbreon, Charizard, Mimikyu, Lucario, and our number one, the number one most popular Pokemon, as voted by you, the people, Mr. Mime. No, that's not true.
Oh,
Greninja.
I have spoken.
Greninja is number one.
I
Yes.
didn't realize he was a popular.
Hi, Hi, Shillelagh. You might notice Pikachu was not mentioned
I did
anywhere in the
notice that.
top 10.
Well, I'm sure like Pikachu is like, if you're a hardcore Pokemon fan, you probably think that people that like Pikachu are like normies or something.
Yeah. Oh, you know about Pokemon? Do you like Pikachu?
Yeah, that's like, yeah, they're all like gatekeepers, and it's like if you like Pikachu, you can't be a true fan.
That's right.
No.
Autumnal Blake says, my favorite Litwick isn't there, but awesome to see Chandelure representing the team. Mom Brain, can you please tell us about the Pokemon? Can you tell us about the Pokemon, please?
I don't want to be here.
Josh, you got stop it. Stop. That's
right.
not nice, Josh.
Well, I don't know where Mr. Mime was in the chart. I don't even know if he made the chart. I don't know how far they went. I don't know if
He's
they put
at
the
the
order
bottom
of, all
of the chart.
889 Pokemon.
He's
but
number one in my heart.
That's right.
He's at the bottom of the chart, but he claims he likes to be at the bottom.
Why would you say that?
Thanks. Very cool. All right, Nikki Hill, here we go.
Yeah, what do you want to know? You want to know the European downloads for February 27th?
I want to know if you can do this in a semi-timely manner.
Listen, I have to scroll through and find the information. You get a perfectly handed to you list handed to you.
What do you mean?
Your list is easy, and this is all. All
I
of
gotcha.
the descriptions
I gotcha,
are here.
yes.
Yeah, you do got me. All right, so this is the European downloads for the week of February 27th. Are you?
What? Don't worry about it.
Are you two done farting
do your
around?
stuff.
Math Land, Samurai Showdown, Samurai Showdown Deluxe Edition, Hey Fever, Portal Dogs, Farmer Sim 2020. Ooh, that sounds like somebody's here.
Next door.
Oh, wow. Wow. The Unholy Society, Arcade Fuzz, Warp Zone Drifter.
Oh, saved yourself.
I think if I continued, I would have said something inappropriate or something. I don't know if that would have come out right. Mega Man.
Let you do that.
Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, 2 Point Hospital, which I don't know what that is, but it just makes me want. It just that probably sounds weird.
Nobody knows why you did that.
2 Point Hospital just makes me want a new Trauma Center game.
Yeah, 2 Point Hospital is more of like a simulation, like running a hospital than like
That sounds horrible.
saving lives.
Like that grandma game I was talking about.
Grandma Simulator. Yeah.
Battle Sloths. Did you talk about that? Is that the one that?
Yeah. Here you go, Kirby. No party is complete without steaming boxes of fresh pizza. But beware, your friends are hungry too, and this pizza isn't going to last all night. Grab your hoverboard and get moving. Defend your pizza from other players. See, it's got pizza.
So it's all about pizza.
Game?
Yeah.
It's a competitive twin stick shooter. But I can't imagine it's very fast paced if it's sloths. Or is
That's
that
why they got hoverboards.
All right. You've never seen sloths move this fast. Then again, you've never had a pizza party with a hungry sloth before.
Very true.
Arcade Archives, Salamander, Madorasaur.
You might want to read that a little closely.
Salamander.
No, you said it right.
Arcade.
Read the whole thing. Go ahead.
Archives, Salamander. What? You want to read the description?
Yeah, you'll know why.
It's a shooting game released in 1986. The player will challenge against the aggressions from the Bacterian special force known as Salamander. Did I
Keep
get
going.
there yet? Oh, yeah. I
we
think
go.
I knew about that. In this work, Japanese version of Salamander and North American version of Salamander, which is called Life Force,
One of
are
Nikki Hill's
included.
favorite games, Life Force.
And more. Yeah, so but this is not in the US. This is only the European release.
No, we have it. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
called Life Force here.
It's already on
Arcade Archives Life Force.
It's already
I don't 100% quote me on that, but I will say 99%
And how do I
sure.
gain access to this Arcade Archives? Is that what I need? Switch
Just go on
online?
eShop. No, it's just a branding. All of them are called Arcade Archives something. So just search.
And then
Life
the new
Force.
system that comes out, they're going to resell all these games again under a different.
No,
name.
Arcade Archives has been around since like the PS3 days. It's just
PS3?
classic arcade games that they brand. Like Hamster has a brand called Arcade Archives.
Okay. So yeah, so the story of that is you're like inside an alien or something. Or you're not supposed to know that yet.
Spoiler.
Oh, whatever. Madorasaur, Edgar, Bok in Balzac.
Yep.
Balzac.
That's right.
La Poule Noire. Okay. Puzzles for toddlers and kids, animals, cars, and more. Vasilis, sometimes you. or sometimes the name of the company. Voxelgram, Bia Walker, or B.A. Walker. I don't know, man. These are all in a different language. It's European releases. Under Hero, Mousecraft, Boulder Dash 30th anniversary. Happy anniversary. MX Nitro Unleashed. MX Nitro, it's the same thing. Dual Brain Volume 3. Shapes.
Hi, Joe.
Soul Axiom Rebooted. Served. Wanderlust Travel Stories. Heaven Dust. Kingdom Rush Frontiers.
Hurry up already!
Hero Must Die again. Skull Rouge, Ski Sniper, Ganbare, Super Strikers, Bucket Knight. What's Bucket Knight about?
You play an unnamed but brave knight in his sacred mission to find the Holy Grail and make some money.
Oh. Spartan First.
Nope.
Spartan Fist.
There we go.
Why would you say that?
Profane. Stab. Blood Roots. Metro 2033.
What is happening?
I was about to read Thankfully for Mr. Wolf, but that's not a game. Metro 2033 Redo. Oh my gosh, there's so much to scroll through. Metro Last Light Redo. Rune Factory 4 Special.
You did it.
I need to get into this list ahead of time and make it a list because it's too much.
That's the one straight from Nintendo. Autumnal Blake says, nothing for me this week. SLU. I'm bogged down with schoolwork.
Thanks,
well,
Nintendo.
then, I guess it's a good thing there's nothing. Moving on. Yacht Club says they are...
Me reading through that gives everybody in the chat a chance to just catch up on each other's...
yeah. That's it.
Gives them a chance to
on each other's weeks.
Take a bathroom break.
Turn off the show. Yacht Club says they are, quote, absolutely, unquote, considering Shovel Knight 2.
Here's a question. I have a question for Autumnal Blake.
I was trying to get the momentum going here again.
It sure is boring around here.
Do people in Australia get the European releases? Are they on the same schedule?
I mean, 99.9% yes. Very rarely we see something launch in
Autumnal
Australia.
Blake says we do. So, Rami, I don't need to hear from you.
Wow.
Thank you, Autumnal Blake.
So what do we have with Shovel Knight? We have Shovel Knight. We have Shovel Knight Dig coming up. We have Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which was just revealed. We have all the other like side stories in Shovel Knight, but is there going to be a Shovel Knight 2? Well, our friends at Dual Shockers asked Yacht Club Games Sandy Gordon, which is a great name, about the chance of Shovel Knight 2, and Sandy says it is absolutely being considered. And Sandy is, quote, sure that'll happen at some point. It's something we talk about a lot. Now, Yacht Club has said in the past
talk. How about you?
that they are considering a 3D platformer for the Shovel Knight franchise. I don't know if that would be Shovel Knight 2 or if they'll just go a more traditional route. Maybe go even fancier retro style graphics, something more akin to Super Nintendo rather than NES. Even though Shovel Knight has some visuals that you couldn't really do on the NES, I would say it's closer overall to the NES. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it sounds like Shovel Knight 2 is going to be a real thing. Hi, Doom Eternal. Good to see you. PC says, no hurry. They've been eating, sleeping, and breathing Shovel Knight for years. Have fun with something else. We'll be ready for a sequel when you are. Yeah, they have said they are working on 2 new projects, but they haven't shared details on them. But it sounds like they're new IP, something that's not tied to Shovel Knight. And also remember, they are publishing and somewhat working on Cyber Shadow. That's what it's called, right? Cyber Shadow, the game I want more than any other game right now that I also can't remember the name of because it doesn't matter. It's not coming out until fall. But holy crap, does that game look amazing. Are we going to do that? I'm going to say we're not going to do that. I'm going to move on to the last one. Mom Brain,
Yes.
did you know that in Japan, the NES is called the Famicom?
Yes.
Thanks, Roth. In Japan, the Famicom was a top loader, as in you put the games in the top
Yes.
In America, the NES, you put the games in the front.
Oh, so it's
After you
almost like
blow.
the Famicom is like the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
They both were top loaders. That's true. Yes, that was a correct statement. Oh, sorry.
I have spoken.
Okay.
I mean, she's right to fail me.
Have you ever wondered why it was changed to a front loader?
Dust.
Well,
Sure.
Somebody's read this story.
No, I didn't.
Masayuki Ue.
Oh, I didn't read it. That was my guess.
Just been a lucky guess.
Masayuki Uemura, who was the man responsible for designing the NES.
Because if they sent it to America with a top loader, more Mountain Dew would get poured in that game slot than anywhere else.
Hi, Captain Pinocchio. I'm going to power up these games. He says, quote,
Do the do.
on the Famicom, the cartridge was directly connected to the hardware inside. So if you attach the video game cartridge to the actual devices, there's static and charges, and this can result in a short circuit. Unlike Japan, where it's humid, Texas, for example, in North America is very dry, so it's likely that children, when they touch it, will cause a short circuit. And in the living room, there are rugs and stuff like that, so it's likely that we will have static.
Wow.
So front loading prevents children from actually touching their hands to the devices. That's why we developed it as a front loader, so they didn't want kids shocking the system and the cartridge and ruining things. That's really interesting, isn't it?
There's a lot of thought going into that.
I would have went with your answer, dust, just keeping dust out. That makes sense to me.
Oh, so I was wrong. So why did you say that I read the story?
It was a test. You didn't read the story. And you got so offended, too.
Wait, was that really a test?
No,
Okay.
just annoying.
What the heck is going
I
on?
was just annoying you, jeez. So yeah, that's a really neat little tidbit. But here's the more confusing thing: the NES was redesigned in North America and came out. It came out like years and years later, and that was a top loader. So why did they do that?
And why
Was their components
The
changed
Esprit-
inside where they didn't have to worry about static shock anymore?
Which-
My favorite superhero, by the way.
did you just say
You know him.
the Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
You said the Super Nintendo?
Nope.
The regular Nintendo
Yep.
was redesigned as
Yes.
a top loader.
Yes.
And then the Super Nintendo
was top.
was a top loader.
Yes.
I thought
Yeah, but
about
it's
that
still a
too.
top
Oh, Romy, you know who did the voice of Static Shock?
It's Phil Lamar?
It is.
Oh my god.
is.
Wow, full circle, baby.
Who's Static Shock?
Look up Static Shock, my favorite
The
superhero.
greatest
Kids
superhero
WB.
of all time.
I was I don't know. Was he a superhero before that cartoon? I'm sure he was.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, he's a
I'm not on your
DC
internet and you
character.
want me
There
to
you
look
go.
everything up under the sun.
There was a cartoon when we were
I don't have that
younger.
much data, man.
When we were younger, his power was static electricity. Or electricity in general, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Delivering a shock to your system.
What time? Oh, I can't.
What time is it? Where am I?
All right, never mind. Let's move on.
Wait, when was this?
Well,
you
it
had the
was-
chance between Static Shock and Captain Planet, and you chose Static Shock?
I don't believe they were on at the same time. I think
No,
Captain
but to
Planet
be your
stayed-
favorite. Captain
Yeah, I
Planet
chose
was
the
looking
one-
out for the world.
I chose the
and
one that
look
was
at where we
cool.
are now.
Gonna get pollution down to zero.
Captain Planet has a very
awesome
Earth.
green,
very
high top.
respectable
Or
goal,
high-
and I
flat
believe in
top, or
Captain
whatever you call
Planet.
that.
I believe in
Mohawk.
Captain Planet's end game, but he's lame. He's a lame ass. I'm sorry. He's lame.
Hi, how are you?
He's lame.
Whatever.
Captain Planet himself is lame. His ideas I love. Static Shock is a cooler character.
What is Static Shock?
Look
That is
him
all
up
about?
for Christ's sake. What do you want me to tell you?
I mean, honestly,
He
I think
uses
they're
electricity.
both pretty lame.
Now that answer,
is not correct.
I'm willing to accept that they're both lame. But would you still say Captain Planet is lamer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're in agreement here.
I mean, at least
Captain America.
Static Shock was
now.
like a hip
There's
urban youth.
lame-o.
As soon as I made that faux pas, I knew you were going to jump on it.
So wait, Static Shock is all about a kid that like rubs his feet against the carpet, just like
It sounded like he said rubs his penis against the carpet.
well,
Mom, leave me alone. I'm a superhero.
there's
Here comes my superpower.
There's your drawing for this podcast.
Oh my god, what a pervert!
Close the door. I'm using my superpower.
Tasty.
I'm trying to shock my junk by rubbing it against the carpet. How did we even get on this topic?
Oh man. Phil Lamar. That's how. It's his fault.
But, but why did we start talking about Static Shock?
Hi, Rex. I don't know. Superheroes. I got no idea.
Because
Superheroes.
We're talking about top
Because the
loaders versus
design
front
of-
loaders.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
okay,
it.
okay, that's right.
You think I know what goes on this podcast?
Do you think Static Shock was a front? I don't even know what that means.
What?
Was it front loader?
All right, that's enough.
Is that some
That's
kind of
Heyo.
slang?
All right, let's talk about what we played. Kirby, what have you
No.
been playing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Does Static Shock get on top, or you know?
Oh, you're asking if he's a top loader or a bottom loader?
I guess. So.
Ready?
There you go, Rex. Nikki Hill, what have you been playing?
Nothing. Mom
Okay.
Brain, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
Wow.
Uh,
All right, time for questions.
Doesn't anyone care what I think?
Josh, what have you been playing?
I think I know.
Did you know you can play Tetris for free on Tetris.com?
Yeah.
I am the world's best singer.
Man, I like the fact of singing and then declaring yourself the world's best singer. Thank you, Josh.
Ramit,
well, that's like.
what have you been playing?
Oh,
What
thank
is
you,
it?
Kirby.
Was it Will? The guy from American Idol.
A big hello to my fans.
Which one?
Was it Hung? Was it William?
William Hung.
William
yes.
Hung.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the world's.
Hung
Or I've
jury.
never had. What did he say?
No professional training. or
Yeah,
something
I've
like
I
never
that.
have no professional
training.
training.
What have I been playing? Well, Kirby, and for everybody listening, don't worry because you guys didn't play anything, but I played a lot this week. And I know Mom
So
Brain
for
gets
people
excited when I
listening,
have
if you
all the
want to
things.
go ahead and fast forward,
If you would like to rewind
8
and listen
minutes.
to the Nikki Hill sweet releases again. All right, so what have I been playing? I played start to finish, which is not a big deal because it's a very quick game. I played Florence.
But you finished it.
I did.
So
That's spelled with a 3 instead of an E because it's the third in the series.
No, that is Frederick.
Ah.
But-
that is not correct.
Good. They both start with F. No, Florence is the one that I showed you, the girl in the yellow dress, and it's like a story kind of game. Well, it is 100% story game.
Cool story.
So
Very
Florence is multi-award winning. It's like an interactive story. It made me cry. I knew it was going to make me cry, but it made me cry. It's about a girl who, is working a day-to-day job, and she's kind of like, the grind, gets tired of the grind, and her mom's like, when are you going to find a boyfriend? You got to get a boyfriend. And it's about her, like, trying to find love and trying to find satisfaction in her job and in life in general. It takes maybe 30 minutes, about 30 minutes to play start to finish.
Okay.
And the way that they use...
How much was it?
I don't know. It's cheap. It's not a lot.
Cheap.
The way that they use the interactive elements are really smart because they actually add to the story. So, for example, it's hard not to give spoilers because the game is so short. But you go on a date with someone. You go on a first date with someone, and the way it handles conversations is there's no actual dialogue between the characters. You see them talking, but speech bubbles come out. So the guy talks, and it's like a speech bubble to add to the conversation. And as you go on,
just making fun of digital puzzles?
I was just joking about it. I don't
Oh,
think they're
now you're
bad.
just
I don't
joking
think
about it.
digital puzzles are bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
And then
making fun
as
of
the
them.
conversation goes on, you still make speech bubbles, but they take less puzzle pieces. And I'm like, that's such a really smart idea to show that you're breaking the ice and conversation is hard at first. And then as the date goes on, conversation flows more easily and you have an easier time conversing with people. I really like that they did that. And that whole game is full of things like that, little interactive touches that I feel don't just make sense, but also further the interactions and your connection with the character. Like I said, $30 or 30 bucks, 30 minutes, really cool. When you beat it, that's pretty much it. Like you get a gallery with concept art, which I did scroll through because I love the art in the game, but it's not one for replayability, but it is certainly one that I would recommend very heavily to people. Are you on the eShop there?
No.
I was going to ask you how much it was.
Maybe I can see it here. Let's find out.
If you Nintendo.com, is it the price is in the upper right hand corner?
Available now. Doesn't say a price here. Oh, there it is. $7.90. Oh, $5.99, and the price is dropping
right now. So yeah, if you're
$5.99,
if you're into story games and you don't
USD.
mind, emotional content, then I would very heavily recommend this game. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. So I played that. I've also been playing, which I think all you guys would like.
I'm sorry, wait. Are your choices controlling anything in this game?
You don't make choice. That's hard to say. There's certain choices where, yes, you have complete freedom in doing what you want, but I don't know how much it impacts the overall story or the scenes that you see. That's a good question. There's like organizing things in
I'm good. You haven't been to my house in a while. I leave everything piled in the middle of the floor, and I just pick from it as I need it. I'm not sure I'm going to like this game.
So there's that, and I also played
Adulting.
World of Horror, which I really think you guys would like. World of Horror is coming to the Switch. It's not available yet, but it is a text adventure kind of game, but with visuals, obviously, and with choices and with battling and all that stuff. But it is Kirby. We were talking about this. I can't remember that artist's name again.
I can't either, but yeah, he makes spooky manga.
Spiral eyeball stuff.
Yeah, people with spirals in their eyeballs. But yeah, I don't know the name of the manga either, but I know of these things.
Yes,
at the very least.
So that's what this is. You play as a girl who is going to solve.
Chop.
I'm reading it.
Okay. Okay.
We're not getting widespread choppy. We're talking about UK. Someone is having. Or no, UK is a little choppy, not bad.
UK? No, not okay. UK, not okay.
And Roth is saying that YouTube has known issues that they're working on. Anyway, you play as a girl who's solving mysteries, and the mysteries there's just only a certain amount of mysteries. Obviously, the game's only going to have so many, but they're randomly given to you. And you play like an adventure game to get through them. So it's not like, pick the puzzle piece to fit in a box. It's literally more like Dungeons and Dragons where you click to advance and like you'll have options. They'll be like, here's this weird guy sitting in a corner. You want to talk to him? You want to run away? Or should you call the cops? And you make your choice and things happen. And as you're playing, you have an overall doom meter. And if your doom meter gets to 100%, the game is over. So the objective is solve all 5 mysteries and take the keys that you get from this mystery and go to this suspicious lighthouse and unlock all 5 locks on the lighthouse door.
Lighthouse too.
So first playthrough, I solved 4 of the 5 mysteries, and my doom meter hit 100. So I didn't.
What exactly happens when your doom meter is at 100? Like what?
So something's going on in this town.
Is it scary?
And each mystery you solve, you get a random doom element to the town, so enemies might get harder or like locations might be blocked off. But when your doom meter goes 100%, you basically lose your mind. Like you're insane.
So it's like the insanity meter.
Yeah, kind of. And I'm doing my second playthrough now, and I'm being much better about watching my doom level. But unfortunately, I've had some bad things happen where I can't go back to my apartment and regain health after each mystery is solved, which is tough because it makes it harder to fight enemies. I have to spend more money to get items to replenish my health. And sometimes going through these things, just getting to the shop or going to a location where I need to go will involve me getting more doom because I'll have random encounters along the way. So it is really cool. It's very unique. It uses 1-bit graphics. 1-bit. The guy made the whole game in Paint, Microsoft Paint. So it's just black and white. You can add, it can be 2-bit as well, which is they throw in another color. That's what he's calling 2-bit.
Is that what it means? Bit? No,
I'm telling you what he calls it.
Right.
1-bit is black and white. 2-bit, if you use it in a game, is a shade of another color. That's what he's saying. So it's up to you, but man, it's a gorgeous game. I love the art style. It's just really fun. The only complaint I have right now is it's very it's like
wordy.
Information overload when you first start out. There's like things all over the place, but All you gotta do is play, and you'll figure it out. It's fine.
So overloaded, you're getting gas.
It's gonna burn. But yes, I really like it. I see. Autumnal Blake says, "Are the mysteries that always the same?" So
that was been asked, not a say.
Mysteries, like I said, there's a finite amount of mysteries. So it'll, like I said, there's one that's like, I don't know, there's something in this soup at this soup restaurant that keeps people coming back all the time, but there's something more to it than just good soup. Find out what's going on. So that mystery plays out the same way, but depending on the decisions you make and depending on your luck and your rolls and stuff, you could see different parts of that story, and it could end differently. So stories have multiple endings. So depending on what you do, you could see a different ending. And depending on what ending you get, you might improve your health, or you might get more doom because it didn't end well. Or so there's a whole bunch of different facets to it, and the random element to it. Goodbye, Ridley. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day at work. So the random element keeps it very fresh. I really like it, and it's very interesting. Is it scary? Good question. I'm gonna say no. I'm not scared by it.
Okay.
But I've had one instance where there was a jump scare, but I kind of expected it was coming. Like the screen went all black, and it was like, I don't know. It was like there's something moving, but you can't see what it is, and you had to click the thing, and you click it, it's like, and you see like a guy there. But other than that, yeah, it's good. I like it. Really good, really good. Coming to Switch this year. We just don't know when. I'm playing the early access version on Steam. So I played that. I've been playing Jump King, which is also coming to Switch. It was announced for Switch.
Oh, that's the new Burger King game, right?
Oh, this is the new.
So it's not the sequel to
Did
Sneak
you
King?
play Bennett Foddy? The man in the cauldron with a sledgehammer climbing the mountain.
I think I watched you play it. I don't think I watched that.
So I watched you play that. I don't think I watched that. So Jump King is very much in the style of Bennett Foddy. So you are a guy who is jumping up a mountain. It's a 2D platformer, but it's not platforming in the sense that you would think, because jumping in a 2D platformer is pretty good and responsive. And yes, there might be hard platforming or tough jumps, but it's not super difficult.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what the catch is.
So in this, you can move left and right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hit jump, depending on how long you hold it, that's how high your character will jump. So it's like charging up a jump.
Okay.
So you hold A and charge, and then there's a certain point where your guy is completely charged and he's going to jump no matter what. So, and you also can't change your direction in the air. So you have to hold your direction when you're jumping, and basically you only get one direction or two directions, left and right. But depending on the power of your jump, that'll show how far or how high you will go. So you have to use your own internal gauge to know how long to hold the button and let go, because one false jump will throw you all the way back down to the beginning of the game. So I have been slowly making my way up this mountain. I was doing really good. Like I felt really, I started off terrible. You can watch a video of me playing for the first time. I got really good, and I was like in the groove, and I felt confident about jumps, but I was still nervous, and I feel like I got pretty far up, and then I had a fall, and I fell more than halfway down. So I saved it there. You can save where you are. So I saved it there, and I'm going to go back to it. I really do like the game a lot. Obviously, it's very frustrating. It's not for everybody.
Did you say, is there a gauge to show you how far you're along?
No, that would make it easy. No, the only
it wouldn't
gauge
make it easy. It would just make you more frustrated, because it's like, oh, I was right there.
How far up the mountain
easier. Oh, a gauge for how far up the mountain you are?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, sorry.
So there's not that.
I thought you meant a jump gauge. No, there's nothing. You just go. So I don't know. I'm feeling that the game isn't going to be super long, like Bennett Foddy isn't super long. You just struggle so much on the way up that it takes a long time. And I feel like I would say, just by my own internal gauge, I was like 70% up. That's what I felt like. Because the platforms were getting very small, and the platforms were getting very few and far between. So like it was to the point where they were like, okay, you know how to jump somewhat well. We're going to give you a tougher challenge. Like I climbed my way up through a forest, through the sewers of a castle, through the top of a castle, through a town, up through the top of a town to like a mountain landscape, and I was climbing up the mountain landscape and I fell. And I just sat there and I was like, oh God. But I do like it, and I beat Bennett Foddy, so I'm sure I will beat this game too. But it's going to take a lot of time. I would love to see you guys play.
Nah.
It'll be a lot of fun. And you don't have to buy it. You can just play mine.
Because it doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. All right. So I played that. I think that might be it. Florence, Jump King, whatever the other thing
The
is.
scary game.
World of Horror. I think that might be it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's it, and I'm sure after the podcast I'll remember something I forgot. All right. Let's do some questions. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Where?
Go NintendoQuestions@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general. They can be about whatever the hell you want.
That's a good question.
Today's question comes from Calway. Calway says, since you are enjoying comics, have you watched the series on AMC, Robert Kirkman's Secret History of Comics? A, I have not. B, I didn't even know about it. I don't know anything about this show. I got to look it up.
I don't have AMC.
I was posting about this on my Patreon.
Oh, this was a question for you. Sorry.
I unfortunately had a couple weeks that were super, super, super busy. And I fell behind in my comic reading. I was making sure I didn't have a backlog, and now I have a backlog that I'm working through, and it's stressing me out. But I don't want to read just to read and like clear out the backlog. I want to actually enjoy it. So it's hard to find the time to do that and not rush through it. So I'm a little stressed
In the
about
meantime, I can't run at night because Rami uses my headlamp to read his comic books.
Why can't you? I've never said, no, I'm reading comics. You can't run.
What worries me is that you use it so much and for so long that I'm going to be like in the middle of a run in the pitch black and
So here,
my
let's do
headlamp's going to
this.
go out.
We'll have two batteries. I'll keep one in my office for reading. You have one
No,
for
I'll just
running.
run with batteries in my pocket.
Why can't you just get a headlamp for yourself, Rami, or turn on a light?
I mean, I could.
No
I
lights
only
in the
just,
house?
There's no light in my office for behind the or behind the sofa. No.
I'm getting some Christmas ideas, or maybe birthday.
I see you guys asking for a VR Parents Play. Lanquin, I don't know what is going on with video content for us because it's so frustrating. And now I've upgraded my desktop finally to Windows 10, which I know has been a long time coming. And now videos are out of sync. Audio and video are out of sync. When you throw in a face cam, the gameplay video is having minor glitches, and then those glitches don't happen in the facecam video because they're being recorded on the iPhone, and then I have to sync them up, and they don't sync. And like I said, I had to painstakingly go through 41 minutes of footage and resync it every, 15 to 30 seconds. I don't understand what's causing it. I don't understand why it happens. I've been reading, and there's a lot of people who have issues when upgrading to Windows 10, and I have a whole list of things to try and fix it. But the problem is, I try them, or I will try them, but they're not quick things. I have to do like a 20-minute video just to make sure there's no issues. So I'm trying. It's so frustrating. I can't tell you how frustrating it is. I'm thinking about how this weekend I have to do it because the regular gameplay videos without face cams that I've been doing for YouTube have hiccups in them too, and I don't know what's causing it. So there's things to fix. I apologize.
Unsubscribe.
It's so frustrating. I cannot tell you, but I'll get it fixed.
You just told us, though.
Huh?
You did just tell us.
Tell you what?
That it was frustrating. You said
It is frustrating.
Yeah. You told us again.
Frustrating.
It's very
What
frustrating.
is it?
So yes, thank you, Calway. I'll have to read what that show's about because I honestly know nothing about it, and I really like comics. I just need more time.
Is there a setting in there for you to change your frame rate and stuff?
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that you're on the same frame rate so there's no drift, right? Did you do all that?
What do you mean?
Audio and video the same.
No. The software records. It does all that on its own.
Oh.
The software records audio and video. The problem is, it literally there will be like less than half a second where something gets garbled, and like you'll see the screen get a little garbled in a section, and it continues on just fine. But obviously, when I'm recording on the iPhone Facecam, that doesn't happen on the Facecam. So I have to take the 1/10 of a second that screwed up and made everything out of sync and clip that out of the Facecam, and then sync it back up and continue to watch, and then it happens again, and then I have to take another second. It's such a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'll see what happens. I don't know. Moving on. The Patreon question. If you want to join the Patreon, it's patreon.com/GoNintendo. It's just $1. Today's Patreon question comes from Peter, and it's directed to Mom Brain.
Oh boy.
Mom Brain says, you have a fan and they're asking a question and you automatically assume it's bad.
I don't assume it's bad. I get nervous.
Peter says, how many hours has Mom Brain played Animal Crossing? All titles included.
Years.
I don't think that's correct.
I mean, I couldn't tell you. Hundreds of hours. At hundreds.
Yeah, that's certainly. You don't think you've crossed into thousands?
Probably.
I mean, if my mom has put like, I don't even remember what it was, 800 something hours, 900 something hours into Zelda Breath of the Wild alone.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have in all Animal Crossing games played over 1,000 hours.
I remember the one on the Wii. I remember I was still living at home with my parents, and I had the Wii like upstairs in my room hooked up to the TV, and I had a snow day from work, and I brought the Wii downstairs and hooked it up on the big TV, and I spent the entire day playing Animal Crossing. My mom was like, "Are you going to do anything else with this day?" And I was like, "Nope, I am not."
The real test will be when New Horizons comes out. We'll have to keep track of how many hours she plays. Also, Roth, I see your suggestion about QuickTime codec incompatibility. Again, the issue is not with the iPhone. That's 100% fine and has worked perfectly in the past when I was using Windows 7. It's the update to Windows 10 that is causing some kind of issue. The issue is definitely on the computer side of things, so I'll work on it. But thank you for your suggestion. Yes, Mom Brain. You will, I'm sure you'll have the perfect vacation getaway island in New Horizons.
Oh, yes.
Any particular villagers you would like to have there?
Nope.
Just all of them? Or
I'll
none
take
of them?
whoever I've got. I like them all.
Come on, there's some that are jerks.
Yeah, but I mean, they add a little zest to your experience. Right. I mean, everybody can't be just super nice. And I enjoy working on making them happy and cracking their hard exteriors.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for your questions, guys. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. This is the point in the show where either it craps out or everything goes fine. We're trying a new setup once again. Mom Brain's laptop is here. Wi-Fi's turned off. Music is downloading.
A big hello to my fans.
Just wants to be
Thanks,
remembered.
Josh. We're going to see how it goes here.
Okay.
Mom Brain went out of her way to set up the music for today. So hopefully it goes well. Mom Brain, thank you for all your extra help.
Sure thing.
And hard work. Dedication. You all right over there? Nikki Hill is playing with the Master Sword that he bought.
The Master Sword is not a toy.
Thank you.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh. Is that what I sound like?
Here comes one from Andy the Zombie.
Is this Zelda?
No.
Why do I know this?
Donkey Kong Country.
It's not.
Halloween's Resort.
No.
What system? I definitely know this.
We. Autumnal Blake got it. Roth got it.
It's like
Wii Sports.
Sports?
Wii Music.
Nope.
Is it a channel?
No.
Oh, I know. It's Mario Kart.
Uh-huh.
Wii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the tree one or something.
Maple
isn't it?
Treeway.
Yeah.
Great job. That was from Andy the Zombie, and it was Mario Kart on the Wii. Here comes one from Autumnal Blake.
I know this. This is Zelda, definitely.
Sure is.
But which Zelda?
Can you turn it up a little bit? Okay, so it's of good quality. So it's not anything. It's above 64, whatever it is.
Sure is.
Wind Waker HD remake. Oh. Windwalker?
But it has a portable feel to it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, it's a Link Between Worlds.
It sure is.
Now I know it. It's the remake of the Super Nintendo song.
Oh.
It's real good.
You know what other song was in that game?
All right. It was A Link Between Worlds, and that came to us from Autumnal Blake. But the next song is not from Autumnal Blake, but rather Blood Ocean 07.
Sounds like Super Nintendo to me.
It's not.
64?
Yeah.
Okay. Some kind of license game. This is 64?
Yeah.
And it
so that
really sounds
bad.
like Super Nintendo. It has a racing vibe.
Yeah.
Micro
It's
Machines.
not Mario Kart. Stupid. In a good way.
So Beetle Adventure Racing isn't goofy.
No. It's just literally racing like Beetle cars, Volkswagen Beetles.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yes, I'm sorry. I
thought it was
never
about,
explained
like-
that. No, Volkswagen
I seriously
Beetles.
thought it was about like Beetles racing each other.
That'd be awesome.
What other racing games were there on the 64 that weren't Mario Kart and were goofy? Oh.
South Park Racing.
Good guess.
No.
It's something like why?
Nope.
Oh,
Why?
I feel like it had like Goemon in it,
No.
like a Konami racer.
No.
Okay, then I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Do you give up?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I mean, I give up, but
Is it Diddy Kong Racing?
It is.
Oh my god! Thank God! I
That
almost
would have been
really
bad.
blew that.
Yeah. It
I
was.
was like, what other cartoony racers are on the 64?
It was Diddy Kong Racing on the 64, and that was from Blood Ocean 07. This song is from Foot.
Great name. I don't even know what system it is.
3DS.
Sounds like an RPG. Is it an RPG?
Yeah, I guess you could say it is.
Okay, is it first party?
Yeah.
Okay, with that answer, yeah, I guess. Pokemon.
No.
Paper Mario.
No.
Mario and Luigi.
No.
Oh, the Me game.
yeah, what the heck was it
Oh,
called?
that's it? Miitopia.
Yes. It's Miitopia.
Yeah, it's an RPG, definitely.
That was Miitopia, and it was from Foot. This is from Glitter Bubble 3.
Oh, I like it. Can you turn it up a bit?
Is this Super
Yeah, this
Nintendo?
has to be.
Mm, yeah.
Is it licensed?
Yeah.
Barbie.
No.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
No.
SWAT Cats.
No.
Garfield.
No. Wrong animal.
Yeah, what's with all the cats?
Fido Dido.
No.
Eat the cat.
Oh, is it a Ren and Stimpy game?
No.
Okay.
Is it a dog?
No.
Family Dog.
No.
Wrong animal. It's not a cat. It's not a dog. Rocko's Modern Life.
No.
What do you want, Skipper?
Mm-mm.
Chester Cheetah.
No.
Oh, good guess.
Dig'em the Frog.
No.
He didn't even have a
What
video.
other animals? Oh, Arrow the Acrobat.
No.
Fish Police.
Oh, you said it's
No.
licensed?
It is.
Yeah, that was like the second question I asked.
Who's doing foot thing? You?
Me.
What other animals are there, Kirby?
Well, there's lots of animals.
James Bond.
No.
We don't know. Go ahead.
An American Tail, Fievel Goes West.
They made a game.
And that was
know
from
there was a
Glitter Bubble
game,
3.
yeah.
Who stumped ya?
That is. Oh, by the way, send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Where?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Here's one from Human Fart.
Is this Super Nintendo?
No.
Oh, okay. Really?
Be affordable.
Oh, okay.
Affordable.
Yeah.
It's DS.
No.
3DS.
Nope.
GBA.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll do my usual Wario.
No.
Mario.
Yeah, right. Is it related to Wario?
No.
Sonic.
No.
License? First party?
I don't think so.
I got nothing. Go ahead.
Advance Wars.
Oh, it is first party.
Sorry.
Well,
Ugh.
we'll keep that point.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
because you lied to us.
This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks. Zelda?
No.
Man, the show started off good, or music trivia started off good. What system?
Probably Nintendo system.
Thank you.
3DS.
Fantasy Life.
No.
Fire Emblem?
Yes.
Wow.
Awakening?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, very good, Kirby.
That was Fire Emblem Awakening from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
Mikey3319 sends us this one.
Sounds like, is this any credits or something?
I don't know.
Okay, is it Game Boy?
Yes.
It's not terrible. It really wants to be Mario at that one part. I don't know. I got no guess here at all. I'm gonna guess baseball.
No.
Soccer. Is it a sport?
It's a sport.
Is it really? That was such a random guess.
Basketball.
Hockey.
Basketball.
No.
Football.
No.
Larry versus Bird.
No.
That's for you, Nikki. Are we done? Golf. Mario Golf. Just golf. Just golf.
Golf.
I was gonna say we've done all the sports.
That was golf
Totally not accurate.
on the Game Boy from Mikey3319. We have 2 songs left, and the first of those comes from Sapling Bender.
This is Final Fantasy something. Now we just have to guess.
Pulp Fiction, the movie.
It's
the game.
below 7. That's all I can tell you for sure. Or hold on. It is 7?
It is 7.
Yeah, okay. The old Chocobo song.
That was Final Fantasy VII, and that came from Sapling Bender. The last song that we will hear on today's podcast comes from Wired.
Insecticide.
No.
What system?
Switch.
West of Loathing.
No.
Turn down. I got nothing at all.
You guys give up.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mad Age and this guy.
What? Is that a game?
I haven't played it.
Good night, everybody.
It sounds somewhat familiar. I would have never gotten it. How many did we get?
Alright, so
Come on,
you
Brain.
got-
Great job with the music.
Yeah,
tonight.
really good
Thanks,
job.
you two guys. You got Mario Kart, Link Between Worlds, Diddy Kong Racing, Miitopia, but you didn't get Fievel or Advance Wars, right?
That's correct.
I got Fire Emblem.
And you didn't get Mad Age in this guy. So 7,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Say it again. Say all of them again.
All right. So Mario Kart Wii, you got Link Between Worlds, you got Diddy Kong Racing, you got Miitopia, you got American Tail, no. Advanced Wars, no. Fire Emblem, you got. Golf, you got. Final Fantasy, you got. And Mad Age and this guy you
Okay.
didn't get.
You're right. 7, yes. Thanks, Mom Brain.
So we did better than
Langwin says
than
no
we
streaming
expected.
issues with the setup for music. Excellent. Maybe we are actually getting closer to a solution. Just no moving.
no Wi-Fi.
And I
No
have to
Wi-Fi on
spend
your
a
laptop?
half an hour before every podcast getting music ready.
No, it doesn't take that long.
I used to.
Nah.
You'll get it done.
I
in
used
like
to
20
transfer them
minutes.
all to my iPod and print out a list.
That's right.
Well, before we lose, we'll talk about this in the after show. Before we lose the
I'm
regular
done
show, thanks
talking.
for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye,
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Go Nintendo is brought to you by the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Oh my god, I'm
I
so
left that in there. All right, now we'll after show it for a couple seconds.
I'm so thirsty.
That's why I bring one of these, and I brought a big one.
He's in his hot box. Cat's in his hot box.
What a pervert.
Yeah, we're doing the after show
he's like
Steel Diver.
4
All right, that's good enough. That's good enough.
Wait, what does he do with those photos?
Steel Diver says, "Oh, we're doing after show. Okay, let's talk politics and religion. The two things everybody. Good to see you, Joe. The two things that everybody wants to hear
Let's
about on
talk
the
about-
Nintendo podcast.
Let's talk about the Dos Equis virus.
Giant Reggie, thank you, and we hope you have a great week too.
Yeah, wash your hands, folks.
Turn the page.
Wash your hands.
Turn the page. Lanquin, I did not watch it. That's the only WWE thing that I don't watch. I just watched a recap afterwards. And
that?
hello, Nico Darunia. You are late, and we are ending.
Did it just get really cold in here?
I opened the door.
Why
Why is
didn't
it
you
cold
watch
out
it?
there?
It's not.
I
It's warm
have
in here,
mixed
but the door's
feelings
shut.
about them being there. I don't want to say I think it's wrong, but I choose not
But
to.
I do think it's a sin
Like I,
Hey,
d-
Sammy
in the eyes of
Davis.
God.
I think the audience certainly deserves to enjoy the show. Yeah. I don't think the people are bad by any means. I think the people in charge are questionable without getting into too many specifics. But yeah, I think the people who go to the show deserve to see the show and have fun. And I'm all for the people.
But
seeing
what
that. And I
watching
think
it,
they-
watching it live gives them like a revenue?
Well, it would be counted towards their numbers and their data and statistics. Sure, I just choose not to participate in that one. It's the only one, though. But tonight is Revolution
How
for
often does that
AEW.
happen?
How often do they do a show in Saudi Arabia?
Couple times a
Maybe 2 or 3.
Where's the guy, the investor from AEW from?
Tony Khan? I don't know where he's from. He might have been born here, for all I know.
Tony Baloney.
Yes, AEW's Revolution is tonight. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. What?
I brought Sally to my parents so I can hang
Oh,
out.
hang out. It's fine. I'll
Yeah,
watch it
okay.
later. That's totally fine.
Yeah,
I'd rather
let's
hang out with you.
out.
I will
You
gladly.
guys
want
want to go watch Wendy?
Wendy Williams? Yeah. I want to see her fart. Mom Brain just found out about that
Oh,
today.
man.
All right.
Wait, what happened? She
I
farted?
will tell you in a minute. Thanks
She
for watching.
beefed on
Thanks
air?
for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye,
Have a
everybody.
great
Stay healthy.
weekend. Relax. Play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest. You deserve it. We'll see you later.
Happy
Goodbye,
March.
everybody.
Bye. Go Nintendo Podcast is brought to you by the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Mm.
There you go.